Hey everyone, today we're going to tackle a tool that, let's be honest, can look a little scary at first, but it's actually built for one simple thing, to bring some serious order to all that chaos in our lives. We are talking about spreadsheets.
You know that feeling, right? Where you're just completely swamped with information. It could be for work, for a school project, or even just trying to manage your own life. It feels like you're drowning in lists and numbers.
Well, that's exactly where spreadsheets come in. They were literally designed to win that battle. They take that jumbled mess of information and neatly organize it, giving you clarity where before there was just confusion.
So here's what we're going to cover. We'll start with why you even need this. Then we'll take a quick tour of the workspace. After that, we'll get your data working for you. I'll show you a trick to supercharge things. We'll turn numbers into pictures. And finally, we'll look at how to manage a whole project.
Okay, first things first. Why should you even care about spreadsheets? What are they really for?
Look, at their core, spreadsheets are for pretty much anyone dealing with, well, stuff. At home, you can use them to track a budget or see how your investments are doing. For a business, they are absolutely essential for managing accounts, organizing sales data, or even just keeping a team's to-do list in check. Basically, if you need to organize or analyze any kind of data, a spreadsheet is going to be your new best friend. All right, let's get you comfortable. Opening up Excel for the first time can feel like a lot is going on. But once you know your way around a few key landmarks, you'll see it's actually a pretty straightforward place to work. So this is it, your main view. Think of it like a big digital canvas, just waiting for your data. We're not going to go through every single button, don't worry. We're just going to hit the big stuff you absolutely need to know to get started. Right up top, you've got this thing called the ribbon. This is basically your command center. All the tools you need are neatly tucked away in these tabs. The Home tab has all your everyday formatting stuff. Insert is for adding things like charts. You get the idea. Almost everything you'll ever need is right here. Now, this whole grid area is made up of these little boxes, and each one is called a cell. A cell is the basic building block for everything, and every single cell has its own unique address. It's just the column letter followed by the row number. So the one in the top left corner is A1. The one below that, A2. So the right, B1. See? Simple. Okay, check this out. See this bar up here? This is the formula bar, and it is so important. When you click on any cell, this bar shows you what's really inside it. And that matters because what a cell shows you isn't always what it is. A cell might display the number 10, but if you look up at the formula bar, you might see the real story. It's actually a formula, like equals 5 plus 5. Okay, tour's over. Let's actually put this digital canvas to use and get our data to, do something useful. So, what can you actually put in these little boxes? Well, it boils down to three main things. First, numbers. That includes dates and times, too. Second, you can type in text, which is great for things like headings and notes. And third, this is where the real power is, you can enter a formula, which tells Excel to do some math for you. Just having raw data is one thing, but making it easy to read is another. That's where formatting comes in. With just a few clicks, you can change fonts and colors, tell a number to show up as dollars or as a percentage. You could even add borders and background colors to group things together. It's how you turn a wall of numbers into something that actually makes sense. Okay, stick with me here because this concept is an absolute game changer. When you copy a formula, Excel tries to be smart and it updates the cell addresses for you. That's called a relative reference. But sometimes you need a formula to always point to one single specific cell, no matter what. That's an absolute reference, and you create it by using these dollar signs. Seriously, just think of the dollar sign as an anchor that locks that reference in place. Now let's build on that with a super simple feature that can make your formulas about 1,000 times easier to read and understand. So let's say you write a formula to add up a bunch of numbers. It'll probably look something like this. And hey, it works perfectly fine. But just looking at it, what does C5 to C12 even mean? You have no idea, right? But what if it looked like this instead? Ah, now we're talking. This is the magic of something called named ranges. You can just give a group of cells a plain English name, like QTR2 sales. Suddenly, your formula isn't some cryptic code. It tells you exactly what it's doing. This will save you so many headaches later on. All right, we've organized our data, we've written crystal clear formulas. Now for the payoff, turning all of those numbers into something you can understand in a single glance. Charts are an amazing way to do this. For example, a column chart is perfect when you want to compare different things side by side. You can instantly see which product sold the most or which team is leading, stuff that would be totally hidden in a big table of numbers. Now, if you want to see how different pieces make up a whole, like where exactly is your money going each month, a pie chart is perfect. It shows you those proportions in a flash. And for tracking anything over time, nothing beats a line chart. It's the best way to spot trends, like sales over a year. You can immediately see if things are going up, down, or staying the same.
So far, we've been focused on just a single sheet, but real projects are usually bigger. Your entire Excel file is called a workbook, and you can think of it like a binder that holds lots of different connected pages or sheets.
Managing that workbook is super important. First, a pro tip. Please always rename your sheets. Sheet 1 and Sheet 2 tell you nothing. Use names like January sales or contact info. As your project gets bigger, you can just add more sheets. And here's the really cool part. You can link them all together. A formula on a summary page can pull numbers directly from your other sheets, creating a report that updates itself automatically.
So there you have it. We've gone over the layout, the data, the formulas, the visuals. You now have all the fundamental pieces you need to turn chaotic data into clear insights. So the real question isn't just, what will you organize? It's, what part of your life could you totally supercharge with this?